one thing to understand, guys, with this channel, with what I tell you guys is I never come at you from a moralistic standpoint, right? I never come at you from a religious standpoint because it's silly, because it doesn't work, because I want to appeal to your motives, to what is good for you. People change because things are in their best interest, right? So I always try to present things to your best interest. And it's really important to understand this and think about this. There's actually a really good book I'm going to recommend here. It's called How to Be Free in an Unfree World. All right, we'll put a link up here, and there'll probably be one in the description as well. And then I'm going to actually add this to the Bulldog Mindset membership. If you haven't already been in there and checked that out, go check it out. I'm going to add this to the book list there because it's such a good book. All right. One of my favorite books now, but $7 you can join the membership there. I've actually got a platinum membership. It's a lifetime membership. I highly recommend that one. It's the best deal. It's a little expensive, but it's better because you don't have to ever pay aside one time. But if you just want to check it out, $7 a month, you can even upgrade to platinum if you want. Go check it out. I've got a ton of content in here now. I'm putting out new videos every week. Everything on mindset, everything on dating, relationships, fitness, everything you need to know to be a man, plus a whole community of other men. So I'm not going to plug it anymore here, but because we're going to jump into the email. But anyway, let's just jump into this email so you can see what I'm talking about here. So, and I'll address this. So Terry, he says, I unsubbed your channel today. John, you're contributing to the problem. Society is collapsing because of the abolishment of sexual morality. I don't know if that's entirely true. I mean, I think that it's not. I think sexual morality is a symptom of a greater problem. A lot of it is this whole groupthink, right? This taking sides, this whole tribal mentality. This is what is really collapsing society, is this way that we're not using our own brains to think for ourselves and using our own judgment. It's a weakness of men, right? In fact, the late Stefan Aarnio, who was actually I had him on the channel before he had passed, he wrote a book called Hard Times it's called Hard Times, but it's from the poem that goes, hard times create strong men create good times create weak men. This is what we're seeing now. And, part of this is that, what can you do about this, right? Is one person going to make a difference? Again, read that book that I said, all right, before you answer that question, because the answer is no. All right. I know a lot of people don't like that. They're like, because, you got to read the book. You got to understand that I'm not saying to be a total asshole, but I'm saying do things that are effective, right? You're not going to change society. You're not going to change the world. You're not going to change the direction of society. You're not going to change the sexual morality. You contributing or not contributing to it doesn't make any difference. Just a drop in the ocean. I know that sounds like some stuff that's, how could you say that? But it's true. But what you can make a difference is in other people's lives and in your own life and what you want out of life. So play the ball where it lies. Okay, that's the short of it. But read that book. Trust me. In Bulldog Mindset membership, by the way, I'm going to have a book summary on that. We're going to talk about that. It's going to be part of the book group. So it matters because no one is having children anymore, and that means community and economy are going to collapse. Now, that's not necessarily true. I mean, I can see the implications of not having children. Okay, but population is going to decrease. But places like Japan are in the biggest hurt here. Okay, and they don't have a real crazy sexual immorality problem. I don't think. They're just not having as many children, and they have a aging population, but they're going to solve that with automation, right? Things will happen that will solve these problems, right? It's not like we're not, plus besides, look at the generation today, all right? How many of those kids are useless? They're not going to do anything with their lives. Now, hopefully some of you guys are watching, you're part of that generation and you're doing something with your life, but so many of them are just useless. They're just robots, just programmed by social media. All right, all they do is sit on TikTok all day and do nothing with their lives. So it doesn't really matter. They're not going to contribute to society in any meaningful way anyway. All right. So, but certain people will, and there will always be people that rise above it and do that. All right. So he says, with no children, there will be no one to take care of the old people. That's a good point. That's true. I mean, that's why you got to make sure that you cannot rely on your children to take care of you guys. All right. You cannot. No one should. It doesn't work that way either, right? I know that some cultures, it sort of works that way, but it doesn't work that way, right? It shouldn't work that way. You're an individual. You're responsible for yourself. You don't owe your parents anything for raising you or for taking care of you. That was their choice, their responsibility to raise their own children. That doesn't mean that you have to take care of them. Now, I say this fully, knowing that I am my mom has Parkinson's. I've said this on the channel. I pay for caregivers to help her out. I take care of her, right? I help her out, okay? But I don't owe it. I do it because I want to do it. I don't owe it. There's no obligation there, okay? And the sensible thing for you to do as an adult human being is to realize that you can't count on that. You can't count on that. You need to make enough money in your life to be able to pay for your shit when you're old, to have someone take care of you, to pay for someone to have someone take care of you, okay? I know that things have changed, but that's how it is. That's how it should be, because that's what makes sense, all right? You know, no one else is responsible for you. So you're truly an excellent person, but for you to put out this bisexual witch video is proof that you don't understand human psychology at all. Did you watch the video, sir? Did you actually watch the video? Because I give some human psychology in there. It sounds like he's just angry about this. Why so angry? Why so angry at the world? It's always a bad sign, right? Remember the t-shirt I'm going to put out someday called "If Your Butt Hurt, You're Wrong"? That's the problem. You can't be angry about this. What are you going to do? You're going to change the world? All right. No, you can change yourself. You can influence the people around you, but that's what you can do. So polygamy was criminalized for a reason. Well, okay, sure. But what are we getting at? Okay, let's see what we're getting at. This is what we're getting at. This is the reason why Terry is angry. This is why Terry's angry, guys. Let me tell you why Terry's angry. This is why, okay? Because he says here, we can't have a society where elite males enjoy harems of women and don't reproduce with any of them, while the vast majority of men have no one to love and also don't reproduce. We can. We do. And so what? This is why you're angry about this. Okay. This is what has happened to a degree. Okay. Now it's not completely true. I mean, there's going to be elite males that are going to pick a woman and that are going to have children, but this is how it's always been historically. You think this is different? You really think this is different than how society was? I mean, maybe there was some little period of time in the US, in Western culture, where this didn't exist, but it sort of did always, right? Because there was still ways that it existed. But let's go way back to like caveman days. Do you think that there wasn't alpha men that were running, alpha cavemen that were like having a harem of women and reproducing with most women? Do you know what do a DNA report and see if you have Genghis Khan's DNA? Because you probably do, because he sired a lot of fucking children. All right. So the thing is, see, it does work that way. You don't want to believe it, but society does work that way, because one man can impregnate many women. Okay. Now you might say, well, with birth control and stuff and whatever. Okay, sure. That's fine. Maybe it's going to be some depopulation because of that. That's fine. But you have to understand that this is the way that it works. This is what it is to be a man. You have to compete with other men, and the elite men are the ones that are going to get the women and going to get the reproductive options. This is nature. This is nature. This is how nature works. Nature is harsh. Okay. She's a cruel bitch. Have you ever seen a video of a lion just ripping a zebra's guts out and his guts are falling on the ground while he's trying to run away? Okay. That's nature. Okay. It's not morally wrong. It's not bad. It's fucking what it is. That's nature. Okay. So I get it. Don't get me wrong. Okay. This sucks. If you're not an elite male, okay, and the vast majority of men have no one to love, and my heart goes out to you. I get it. But here's the thing. Here's what I'm going to do about the situation. Okay. I'm not going to fucking whine about it and cry about that. Okay. I'm not going to do that. Okay. I was one of those non-elite men. I became a fucking elite man. I did. All right. What I'm going to do about it is I'm going to take care of myself. Okay. I'm going to become the best that I can, so I get access to what I want in life. And I'm going to teach you how to be a man. I'm going to teach you how to be an elite man, a top 5% man, as I call it. Okay. That's why I made Bulldog Mindset. That's why I have the Bulldog Mindset membership, right? If you're serious about doing it, join it. I'm not going to give a big plug for it right now, but you can go check it out. Go see what's in there. But the point is that's what I'm not going to complain and whine about it and try to influence all these guys in society and say, stop doing this. It's not going to happen. Okay. When Chad's on Tinder, he's not going to be like, I'm hurting other men by just fucking all these girls. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this one's hot. No, he doesn't give a fuck. Why should he give a fuck? Why does he give a fuck about you? Why does anyone give a fuck about you? No one does. No one does. No one gives a fuck about the greater whole in society. Okay. So you're playing the wrong game if you're going to give a fuck about that. Now, I'm not saying don't give a fuck about people. I'm not saying don't be a good man. I am all for being a man of integrity, of character. Okay. But you do that by the choices you make yourself and by the people that you influence and how you influence and help them in their lives. All right. If you want to go and fuck a bunch of women, go ahead. Go ahead. If you have the ability to do it, go ahead. Okay. You can't be like, oh, well, if I do this, this is going to lead to the degradation of society. No, it was already set up that way. Okay. You inherited your position in the society of how it is. You didn't make those rules. If you have the opportunity to make rules and you make fucked up rules, that's a different thing. Okay. But there's nothing wrong with you taking advantage of the situation as it is. Now, I could tell you why living a life of fucking a bunch of women and not reproducing with any of them, not settling down on them is not a great life and is not a fulfilling life, is not something that will actually be in your best interest. But I'm not going to come at you from a moralistic standpoint. I'm going to say that you're going to get sick of that shit and you're not going to have anything that is truly meaningful in life if you go down that road for too long. But if you want to go down that road for a little while, sure, go and do it. Go and become an elite man. At least have the option. At least become an elite man. See, the thing is, bottom men will always get fucked. They'll always get shafted in society. Men are replaceable. Okay, I'm telling you the same stuff that other guys tell you online, but they say it with anger because they're hating on women because they're upset about that. Not me. I'm saying it as this is a good thing for you if you want to make it. It is what it is. It's not unfair. Sure, it's unfair in the sense that life is unfair, sure. But it is what it is. So what are you going to do about it? Okay, you can cry, you can complain, you can say it's immoral. That's fine, but it doesn't fucking change your position. What does change is what I'm telling you is improve yourself. Try to become, maybe you won't make it to be an elite man. Okay, but I guarantee you, no matter how much of a fat fuck you are watching this video, sitting there on your ass, okay, no matter where you are in life, no matter how old you are, how much time you wasted or whatever you fucked up in life or how broke your ass is, in 5 years, if you put in the dedication, if you put in the time, if you put in the work, you can at least be in the top 20% of men because the bar is not high. Beating 4 other guys, being the top 1 out of 5 guys, not hard at all. Okay, not today because men are weak today. So you can be an elite male. Okay, don't let other people tell you need some fucking Chad genetics or some bullshit like that. That is bullshit. You can choose it. Don't be a loser. All right, that's how you solve this problem. Okay, let's move on. It has exacerbated the competition for mates. Yeah, that's true. Okay, if you watch Yuri Bezmenov's video about subversion, yes, I've watched that. Okay, it's good. All right, then you would see that this is actually a weapon designed to attack a nation. And maybe so. Okay, maybe the whole liberalism thing, I agree. I think that is a weapon. And I think that it's too late, though. It's already in there. Okay, you're not going to change that unless you become a world leader and you come up with a plan. Okay, if you got something like that, then go ahead. But you don't need to tell me as an individual what to do. And certainly not from a moralistic perspective. If you want to change those things, go ahead. You know, even if the Soviets did it, okay, the communists, the subversion, why? It was to win. It wasn't because they were doing it for some moral reason. They don't believe that's, or to undermine some moral reason. No, they're doing it to win, to collapse a nation. Try to do things for moral reasons, you're going to lose. You're going to be a loser. Okay, that's not why. Now, don't get me wrong when I say this. I'm all about virtues. I'm all about the Stoic virtues. I'm all about Stoicism's approach to virtue and virtuous living, and that is the true fulfillment and enjoyment in life. But it's a different kind of morality. It's not a morality that comes from up high. It comes from what makes sense. It comes from the morality that is encompassed in the virtues in Stoicism comes from what is ultimately best for you, right? Because it's understanding that the things that you do affect you more than they affect other people. Like when you cause harm to other people, it causes harm to you. Okay, that's the thing to understand about this. And that comes from a selfish motive. So we're not going to dive too far into that. But if you want, like I said, more Stoic videos and stuff like that, Bulldog Mindset membership, and we can talk about it. All right. Males who are excluded from access to reproduction and affection from females commit suicide, greed, drop out of the workforce, turn to crime, or get violent. Look at the statistics on male children of single mothers. This is very true. Okay. This sucks. This is a big problem in society that I'm combating. Okay, this is one of the biggest problems. This is why a lot of people are like, why do you keep on doing this in this channel? You don't even need to. It's because of this. Because I'm trying to reach these guys and I'm trying to show them how they can become elite males, how they can improve their lives so they can get access to reproduction. Guys are like, why do you teach guys how to get with women, how to pick up women? Because if I teach some loser guy, okay, who's been rejected, who's socially awkward, if I teach him the skills that he can at least get laid in his life, or maybe find a girlfriend, okay? She doesn't even have to be super hot. It changes his life dramatically. It changes the downstream effect. He doesn't turn to violence. He doesn't commit suicide, okay? I am making the world a better place one man at a time by making them stronger, starting with myself. I suggest you do the same. So, but I agree with you. This sucks. This is horrible. This is what I'm trying to combat. That's why I'm trying to reach you guys, okay? And reach a lot of the guys that are involved in some of those philosophies. I don't want to talk about the pills, but you know what I'm talking about, okay? I can support you encouraging young men to be excellent, teaching them physical fitness, nutrition, and computer programming. It's been a while, man. I think those are great. I cannot support and actually no longer tolerate anyone who wants to pretend like sexual morality doesn't matter. In the big scheme of things, it doesn't matter, my friend. I mean, I agree. Believe me, I'm probably more in line than what you think. I tell women all the time, but I tell it for their own benefit, right? What do I tell women? I'm like, the thing about being like super promiscuous in your early 20s is that there's some downsides to this. I mean, hey, if you can get away with it and that's really what you want to do, okay, but let's just talk about the downsides first. Let's talk about what happens. Let's talk about how, like, the more sexual partners that a woman has, the more harder she becomes. Like, anyone becomes harder. Men becoming harder is a good thing because it's more masculine. But a woman becoming harder makes her less feminine, and that could be bad. Now, not all women, but this is something to consider, right? Let's also consider what happens when you're like 30 and you're not as attractive anymore, and then you had the opportunities when you're younger to get maybe a better, higher quality, high status guy and to lock him down. And, how do you lock him down? By being very feminine, by being like this not, some floozy that is easy to get, but by being quality and attractive. It's like, these are the downsides. So you can live your life how you want. I'm not going to come at from a moralistic perspective, but I'm just going to tell you that, like, the reasons why sexual immorality is, quote, bad, all right, is because it's bad for the individual, because some of those things are harmful to you. Okay. And I tell guys the same thing. I help guys get laid. Sure. I do coaching on that. I just coached some guy in Vegas. All right. And helped him out. And, awesome guy. Okay. But that's not the path to live your life forever. Okay. Because to some degree it helps, because now he's got confidence. You get, you can go out there and get laid. You become a little harder. You're not as soft. Okay. That's good. But you can't live that life forever, because if you do, it's also going to have some detriments to it. So it's not about morality. It's not about the morality aspect. It's about the destruction that it does to the individual. It's crucial. Monogamy matters. I think that's true. I do think monogamy matters. I think it's good for the individual. Again, I think being in a monogamous relationship has some great benefits in life. Okay. Motivation matters. And sorry, but a woman may need a man like a fish needs a bicycle, but a good man needs a woman, or he has no reason to live, much less do anything else. Wow. Okay. First of all, this is not true. Women need men as well. It's pretty damn equal. Okay, this is the problem, guys. Become an elite man. Become a strong man. Okay, there's so many fucking pussy men out there today. They're weak men. Women need strong men. Without the guidance, without the help, without access to strong men, they will turn to the stuff that you don't like, the sexual immorality things, to hooking up with a bunch of guys on Tinder. Okay, because they find hot men, they don't find strong men. Okay, or there's very few of them. They will turn to showing their ass on Instagram and doing that kind of stuff. Why? for the attention, because if they can at least get the validation and attention from a bunch of men, it makes up for not having the strong men that they actually want. Be a strong man. Okay, women need that. Same thing here, right? This is crazy. You think that a man needs a woman to live, or he has no reason to live, much less do anything else? No, you got it backwards. You got it completely backwards. You don't need a woman, okay? What you need is a purpose, a mission in life. That always has to come first anyway. Woman comes second. Mission in life comes first. Okay? Very, very important. So you do have a reason to live, right? This is what I'm trying to teach you guys anyway, right? Is that I can show you how to become more attractive to women, but that's not the point. The point is you do these things because that's what you're made of, because you're a man. All right? I'm not going to belabor this point too much more because we're already going long. Psychopaths are motivated by their own narcissism and delusions of grandeur. I hate the word narcissism. It's such a stupid word. It is so dumb. It's not even a real thing, right? It comes from Greek mythology, right? And the thing is, like, people just like to throw this around, just like gaslighting, all these things. Okay. Delusions of grandeur are great, by the way. I have a video on that. But the whole thing is like, no, read the book. Again, the book. All right. How to Be Free in an Unfree World. I was so surprised when I read this book because I was like, I didn't realize this book was about this. It's great. All right. I'm going to have it in the Bulldog Mindset membership as well, in the book summaries. Okay. But this is the thing. All right. You should live as a narcissist, basically, like selfish. Like you should, read some Ayn Rand as well. You could read, what is it? Atlas Shrugged. Okay. There's plenty of books on that. I don't agree with 100% of her philosophy, but a lot of it I do, because the thing is, you cannot give what you don't have. You have to be selfish. Okay. You should have delusions of grandeur, right? You should do the things you have one life. Do the things that are good for you. Don't ascribe to some higher moral cause that you don't even know it has any effect. You can influence the people that you can in your life, but don't try and influence everyone else in life. Okay. Unless you have some kind of platform or reason to do it, that you're doing something from that. Okay. But if you do, I'll tell you, don't appeal to morality, appeal to their own interests. Like I'm telling you here, you need to understand and do the right thing. The right thing. China is already canceling feminism. Good. This will happen. This will happen. The pendulum will swing. A nation cannot exist if its only religion is fuck. All right. Do nations need to exist? I'm a libertarian. I think that we just destroy all the nations and we just have freedom, but whatever. A return to traditional family values is crucial. I think it's good to a degree, right? I don't disagree with you here, but I don't think it's crucial. I don't think that's because, again, do I think it's important? Do I think it's good? No, but society and life will continue on and the pendulum will swing, and what is right and what is best will be worked out. The thing is, evolution always moves forward, but sometimes it moves side to side and backwards in order to get forward. Okay. So it has to try some dead branches, some trees that are going to go nowhere. Okay. And this is what's happening. You think this crazy liberalism and feminism and stuff like that, you think that's going to last? It's not going to last. It doesn't work. It's not the best way. It's going to cause a bunch of problems. It's already causing problems. Okay. That's why that poem, hard times create strong men create good times create weak men create hard times. Okay. Understand that. This is the cycle. Take this or leave it, but someday you will be weak and old. Well, I may be old, but I won't be weak. I'll tell you that. All right. Do you want civilization to still be here? I think it'll be here. All right. Even the government will collapse with no tax base. Wrong. The government should collapse. You don't need taxes. Taxes is theft. All right. I know a lot of you guys disagree with it, but read some libertarian literature and understand why this is the case. All right. This is just wrong thinking. It's just not, it doesn't make sense. And when I say wrong thinking, I don't mean like wrong think, like some group. I mean that it's not the kind of thinking that is going to produce what you want out of life, right? You have to choose what is best for you in life. You have to make that choice because other people don't give a fuck about you. I say this all the time. No one cares. Okay. And you're not going to change the world. Okay. At least you're not going to do it in this manner. You change the world by impacting people. Okay. I would like to think I've made a big change in the world. I know so many guys that I've worked with individually that have helped other people, that have transformed their lives, that have changed things around. I know with Bulldog Mindset, I'm able to reach guys. I can't reach all of them, and I can't change the way that the rest of the world thinks about things, but I can influence these guys, and I can change their lives, and I can change the people who they impact on a daily basis. I can change their lives for the better and my own. That's what I'm focused on.